What's up guys, Chasing Lamely here, welcome back to the channel. This is episode number 6 of Robin's Revival. Don't forget to like and subscribe, they're both down there, well worth hitting. And somewhere up in that corner, there's going to be a thing to start at the start of the playlist if you are in fact new here. Let's hit the intro, let's play the last game of the season. Stick around at the end of the episode, by the way, we're going to go through this year's first youth intake, the first youth intake of the series. Hopefully, so we're promised, some good players coming in. See you in a sec. So here we are then, today's opponents are going to be Crawley Town. We are in March. Now we haven't had our youth intake yet, which is fine. We currently sit 8 points clear at the top of the table from Leyton Orient. A win today would, if my maths are correct, guarantee us a position in the playoffs, however. So things looking good on that front. Tyree Simpson now on 38 goals in 41 games, so his form is slipping, which is ridiculous to say about a guy with 38 goals. But there we go. In terms of what you've missed since we played Colchester in the last episode, we bounced back by beating Exeter 4-0. Goals from Johnny Williams, Ellis Iandolo, Jordan Lydon and Tyree Simpson. Tyree Simpson scored again in a 1-1 draw with Tranmere. Then we beat Scunthorpe 3-0. Iandolo, Hunt and Simpson scoring. A 2-1 win over Carlisle with Jack Payne and Akin Odemayo scoring, and then a 2-0 win over Salford with Simpson and Gladwin scoring. Then things started to shake a little bit again, so we lost 1-0 to Bradford away. We beat Oldham 2-0 with Tyree Simpson getting a brace. They had a man sent off as well, but Oldham are very close to the relegation zone, if not in the relegation zone. I've lost track of them. And then our last game, we lost 1-0 at home to Sutton United in what was frankly quite an abysmal performance. We've also had, again, a few injury problems, so we've got Beaudry still out. Odemayo is not fully fit and on the bench for this game anyway, because I just don't have a whole squad. Hunt is injured, Williams is injured, Aguiar is carrying a knock, Harry McCurdy isn't even fit enough to put on the bench. It's a bit of a drama. But let's see if we can beat Crawley. Like I said, we haven't had the youth intake yet, but it's due any time around now, so after the game, what I will do is I will play forward and we'll see what we get in the youth intake. Do stick around for that, because we need the reinforcements, frankly. Club legend Lee Peacock has to pull through for us today, and hopefully he will. So our starting line, which you may have deduced from the last screen, is going to be Wallacott, Kessler, Hayden, Conroy, Critchlow and Iandolo at the back. Lydon, Reed, Gladwin, Mitchell, Lawson and Payne in midfield with Simpson up top. We've got Ward, Grant, East, Parsons, Odemayo, Aguiar and Gilbert on the bench. I think this is the first time I've had a keeper on the bench on a live com, purely because there really is no other options. A lot of the players who are starting aren't even fit. I have no idea what I'm going to do about this defence during the game, because I have 2 key players who are already looking slightly tired before we even start, and our only other replacement is injured. So this is looking terrible. Let's get into it. Let's see if we can beat Crawley. I think we can, but you know, they're 17th in the league. But things, like I said, have been looking shaky. The last few live comms have just not gone well for us. So let's see what we can do. See if we can get ourselves this win, because we need it. Right in the dressing room, we're going to do a We Are Favourites for a reason. Go out there, make sure they're left in no doubt as to why, and nobody cares on the... Nobody seems to care in our squad. Okay, excellent. Right, I need us to be a good win today. This needs to be a very good win today, because that will guarantee us the playoffs. Made a little change, by the way. I put the league table there rather than the results that are happening, because it's just easier to understand what's going on. Let's press on. Come on, let's get this win. Well, oh, you couldn't make this up. You couldn't make it up, could you? Kane Kessler-Hayden has picked up an injury. It is a potential... He's broken his leg, hasn't he? I guarantee he's broken his leg. Romany Critchlow has also picked up a knock, which doesn't help things. I have to send Odemayo in. I didn't want to have to use Odemayo, if I'm completely honest, but I have no other options. And this injury crisis is getting somewhat ridiculous. Nothing else has happened, bar a couple of knocks to our players. We're not looking like we have any hope of winning here at all, the way things are going. I've not had, as you can guess from having not seen it, not a single highlight. And I just don't know what we're going to do here. We've got a highlight now. Ferry plays the ball to Nichols for Crawley. Back to Ferry. Ferry doing some lovely little Cruyff turns. Odomayo crippling along, trying to do something, and frankly, Wallacott has saved our bacon there, because that could very easily have been a goal. And Crawley with a free kick now, and they're going to be all over us, aren't they? Tunnicliffe heads it down for Lynch. Back to Tunnicliffe. He's in the box, puts it across. Nichols with the header, and it's just gone over the bar. And we need to regroup fast and really start looking like we've got some inspiration to get ourselves anything out of this, quite frankly. It's not looking great as we head into half-time. It's 0-0. They've overtaken us on XG. We've had 5 shots and 2 on target. Just goes to show our finishing can be very, very wasteful at times this season. It's going to be an I'm not happy with your performance out there, which has G'd some player. I think I have to do some individual. I hate doing individual instructions because it's so easy to get them wrong. We're going to tell Mitchell Lawson that he has the ability to make the difference, so get out there and do it. He looks inspired and motivated. Could we get the same out of Ben Gladwin? Can we get the same out of Ben Gladwin? Not really. Otherwise, we're just going to do positional kind of I've got faithy type things. Hopefully that will inspire what's left of the team, because it's looking like it will. That's good. That's good. Let's try and inspire Tyrese. Right. Second half on its way. Let's see if we can get ourselves ahead in this game. So we've had a whole bunch of nothing doing. Our defence is holding on to their health by the skin of their fingers, if I'm honest. I'm going to have to make a couple of changes just to shake things up. I'm going to stick Alex Gilbert on the left wing, which I hate doing because he's not really good enough to be there. I'm going to have to stick Tyrese Simpson out to the right wing just to get rid of Mitchell Lawson. And that sends Parsons on as the pressing forward. This is such a desperation. I can't believe I'm doing this against Crawley. It's such a desperation move, but there's just no inspiration here, and I need to get a goal. I really need to get a goal here, and I can't believe this is what I'm having to do to tackle it. And after all that, frankly, a shocking performance all round from us. It's finished 0-0. I shouldn't be too disheartened because we've got so many players out injured. We've got such a small squad, but we just could have done better. We really could have just done better, and we've come out of that game with nothing but a point. The team talk was correct. We could have secured a playoff place there. We haven't done it, which is slightly concerning. I am just doing the maths just to make sure. That's 26 points with... Maybe we have? Maybe we have. I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll find out. It will tell us shortly. We haven't, as far as I can tell, secured that playoff berth. Doesn't look like it. There would be a P there by now, wouldn't there? There would be a P there. That's fine. Right. Stick around. I'm going to go and play forward so we can go to the youth intake, which should hopefully make up for that match being so short. So stick around. We'll come back for that in just a moment. So youth intake day is here, and frankly, not a moment too soon. Before we go through the youth intake, just a glimpse of what I've been dealing with all season. Aside from the injuries, I've got a few players I'm just resting for the week, just in the hope they will stay fit. Johnny Williams still out for 4 weeks, by the way. We've also got Kessler Hayden has come out. It was just a knock. It's fine. Rumini Critchlow as well, back in time for the next game. So hopefully those things will be fine. But also I've got Wallacott on international duty. I've got Alex Gilbert on international duty, and I've got Mo Dabra also on international duty. He's currently in the under-23s. If I take all the players out who are available first teamers, there's not a lot to play with there, is there? There's not a lot to play with. It's very much whoever can walk at this stage. So let's see what's come in the youth intake. See what we have got. Hopefully some good players have come through. Let's see. Come on, Lee Peacock. You're a club legend. What have you brought me? Wow. Elite talents. elite talents. Let's start with the elite talents. Ewan Murray, an Australian central midfielder, deep-lying playmaker, 4-star potential ability. I mean, he's not much. It's about as good as Aguiar, and we've used Aguiar enough this season, but with much better potential than anyone else in our central midfield. So we're definitely offering him a contract. That's done deal. Done deal for Ewan Murray getting a contract there. How long would we tie this guy down for? 2 years? Feels good. Come on, buddy. 2 years. Take 2 years. Do it. Okay, he only wants 1 year. We'll solve that at some stage. It'll be fine. Right, also, we've got a box-to-box midfielder, Andy Cochran. Just as good, again, as Ricky Aguiar. Maybe slightly better. More potential. I like the look of this guy. He's got good teamwork, good work rate. I don't know why what's his creativity like? What's his, vision? I don't know if he's an attacking midfielder. I think he feels more like he's an offensive midfielder to me. Irrelevant entirely, quite frankly, because we're just going to give him a contract. We're not even going to bother trying to negotiate. Oh, we don't. Oh, he wants 2 years to start off with. Can we make it 3? No. That's fine. Okay, so those are our elite talents. We also have this goalkeeper, Trevor Armstrong, who, potential's not great, but we don't have a third choice keeper, so we'll definitely give him a contract regardless. Probably not going to play much in the way of first team football, but we'll give him a youth contract. We'll see how he works out for us. What else have we got here? Dean Taylor, a Welsh left winger. I don't really need a left winger. Can apparently play as a striker as well. I mean, he's not up to much in any position. I guess midfield might be his best position there. We'll give him a contract. We're probably going to give all these players a contract, if we're honest, but we'll give him a contract for sure. See what we can turn him into. 11 months, yeah, feels like a good enough deal for a player who's sort of on the cusp of whether he'll make it or not. And our final big potential guy allegedly is Matt Harris, who has the potential to be as good maybe as Rob Hunt, which is kind of all we can ask for, if I'm honest. So I think we'll have a look at him as well. Let's see who else in a second is in the youth candidates, anything that stands out. I probably need to sign up a centre half, if I'm completely honest, because I'm lacking them. Let's see, our youth candidates. Let's click there, see through. Good talents. We've got this striker, Charlie Seal. Honestly, I feel like I need to sign just because he can play anywhere, but also just because there's a lack of strikers in the squad. He's got better potential than Harry Parsons. Just for that depth, because I know I don't have much in the way of strikers, we're going to give him a short-term deal. I mean, I don't expect him to feature, but we'll see what happens. Robin Johnson as well probably is going to get himself a deal because I don't have much depth at left back and I want that extra depth, so we'll do him as well. Again, short-term deal. And that's going to be pretty much it, unless there is a centre-half there. Evan Kane, what's Evan Kane saying in terms of could be as good as Beaudry, fairly tall. I guess we'll give him a contract. There was something about a Canadian attacking midfielder as well. Apparently this guy was going to be the absolute nuts when I got the kind of report. He's not. So I guess the rest of these guys, we'll kind of see how it looks as things progress. Maybe they'll get contracts, maybe they won't, but I wouldn't expect anything of them in terms of first team football. That will be kind of my instinct. Anyway, we're going to come back now for the last game of the season. Now we've got those reinforcements through. The Warsaw game is the last game. I don't even know if you can see that because of my little thing. This game here, Warsaw, last game of the season. Hopefully we'll have secured the playoffs by then, although with this run of form, who knows, touch and go. Maybe even promotion. We'll see what we're coming back to play for against Warsaw. But that's going to be it for this episode. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. I have, as always, been chasing Lame News Life. As I always say, hit like and subscribe. It's all down there. let's hope we can get this promotion secure. We'll be playing in League One next season. That'll be amazing. And we've got a transfer window coming up, which I might even load up or upload on Saturday. Who knows? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Till next time, I have been Chasing Lamely. I'll see you all very soon. Have a good one.